Welcome to yet again another edition of Blacks in Motion right here at BVN at 8. And as always, it's sports guy Clif here to give you the hottest news in sports out there right now. And does anybody know what month it is on the calendar? That's right, it's March, and that means it's March Madness, NCAA basketball. The tournament is here. We're going crazy. It's gonna be a great tournament this year. So this week we're talking about that, and we're gonna talk a little world-class boxing. But before we get to that, like I said, we're talking basketball, we're talking college, we're talking superstars. But guess what? If your bracket is there and you've already filled it out, then that means you have your Final Four. So what Clif's gonna do is give you his, or should I say my Final Four for this year's NCAA tournament. I'm gonna skip through all the first rounds and get to the meat and potatoes, to the nitty gritty. Final Four teams. The first one, Villanova. That's right, Villanova. Not many people knew about that team, except they got a #1 seed in this year's tournament, and they're gonna do really well and make it all the way to Indianapolis, riding a very balanced team. Look, these guys can shoot well from the outside, they have size in the middle, and they have very good ball movement. So look for Villanova to be there in the Final Four. Now, who else? Arizona. A little bit of an upset. It's my only 2 seed that I have going to the Final Four. They should beat Wisconsin in their division to make it to the Final Four. Again, a team with an upbeat tempo, a lot of size, a lot of athleticism, and they had a really good end of their season. They turned it on at the right time. But they struggle a little bit from the three-point area, but they play good defense and they have great point guard play. So look for Arizona to make it to the Final Four. Now, Duke. That's right, Duke. I'm a North Carolina fan, so I really don't like Duke, but what can I say? Duke has probably the best player in college basketball right now in Jahlil Okafor. Look, it's hard to beat those guys when they're on. Yeah, they should be a little beatable this year because it's not been a great year for them statistically, but again, at any given time, Duke can shoot well, and they can go to their #1 player, Jahlil Okafor, and they could probably beat anybody. And guess what? They won't get beat by Gonzaga because Gonzaga might get upset in earlier rounds, primarily by Iowa State. Y'all check that bracket and listen to what I say. Now, the last team in the Final Four is the heir apparent who I think is going to win the championship, and that's the Wildcats from the University of Kentucky. Look, the guys are too tall. Willie Cauley-Stein, Towns in the middle. They have too many bigs. They have 6'10", 7-footers coming off the bench. You know, Calipari has those guys playing great balls. The Harrison twins out there, out in the front, in the backcourt, making great plays. Those guys, I believe, just have too much talent. They're the heir apparent. Everybody's picking them to win. I am too. So look for those Final Four teams, Kentucky, Duke, Villanova, and Arizona. And go ahead and look for the championship game to be between Kentucky and Villanova, with Kentucky winning. Remember, you heard it here first. And if you don't believe in Clif, then your bracket probably gonna look bad. But hey, we're gonna come back after the break, and we're gonna go ahead and talk a little world-class boxing. Is it the fight of the century? The fight of all time? We'll see. Go ahead and stay logged on.